grind mode, tryna get this pay, so the male version of get lit. I'm talking about the hottest chick up in the south, the only hottest chick can make a nigga do whatever she say so.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I go by the name of Keke if you do not know me, but Dre calls me Keke. Are you riding? Do you know how you can ride? By hitting that subscribe button and pushing that notification bell so you can get a notification every time I upload a video. So guys, as you saw by the title of this video, today we are doing some sort of a podcast in celebration of Pride Month. So happy Pride Month. As you can see, I'm not here by myself. I'm here with Blessing.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome again on my channel.
Thank you so much for taking the initiative to dedicate a podcast to the LGBT. It's very it's very considerate of you, and thank you so much, because not a lot of people have done this. I don't think anyone has done it, whereby they dedicate an entire podcast in celebration of Pride Month and to the LGBT. So thank you so much for taking the initiative. Super proud.
Okay, yes, I'm glad that I did that, because guys, there are people like me that are not well informed about the it's LGBTQ
plus, because there's also I and A, which is intersex and asexual.
Okay, LGBTQ plus. Yes. So there's a lot that I don't know about the LGBTQ plus community. Normally I would say the rainbow community, because I was saying LGBTQ sometimes my tongue twists. So
I totally understand.
Yeah. So guys, I learned that the first thing that you have to do, or the first question that you have to ask before you interact with someone that is within the LGBTQ plus community, is by asking them their pronouns. So, Blessing, what are your pronouns?
Thank you so much, actually, for asking that question, because people have a lot of misconceptions and they misunderstand that a lot. It doesn't mean just because somebody embraces themselves in a certain way, you should address them in a way that you see them on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
So you should always ask first, because it's a very someone's sexual identity is very important, and it's a sensitive topic, basically. So you can't just go in whatever way that you feel like. You should always ask, what are your pronouns? It's very important. I think heterosexual people need to consider that, because some people are sensitive.
Some people are sensitive. Like with me, sometimes I'll be like, okay, I don't know what to say, because I don't really know much about the community. So it's always important to ask so that you don't hurt the next person. And I feel that they also wouldn't mind to answer your questions, because they'll also be happy that
you ask in a respectful way. So my pronouns are him, he, him, he. Yes, yes, those are my pronouns. So people tend to, you come across a lot of people. I wear makeup.
Yes.
I'm a person that embraces his femininity very boldly, very loudly. That's who I am. I do not compromise when it comes to expressing my femininity, and So basically. So I'm him, he.
Okay.
People shouldn't look at the makeup and everything, and heterosexual women sometimes have got this thing of projecting pronouns to you just because they see you a certain way. I am feminine, but that is not my gender.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I am feminine. I am male.
Yes.
It does, and embracing my femininity out loudly and the confidence that I have does not make me any less of a man. I'm still a man.
And
at the end of the day. And I do. And I'm not saying shy. I remove these lashes, and I also remove the makeup near cord.
So yeah, guys, I think it's important for us to know these things, because it's also like it hurts their feelings. Growing up, like mostly, we would only know that there's lesbian and then there's gay. We don't know that, okay, good lesbian, there's a feminine one, and then I know I'm a butch. And what's the other one? It's butch and...
It's butch, and what do they call this? And
those feminine ones, I know There's
It's butch and.
Comment down below if you know.
I don't really, I know it, but I forgot. I don't know. It's butch and it's butch and femme.
Oh, it's butch and femme. Yes. So I didn't know that.
The butch is the more the one that embraces her masculinity out loudly. They dress in a masculine way. They represent themselves in a masculine way, and then the femme, it's feminine. The feminine.
I think that we all have that, guys. I personally think that we all have. I think that I do have my masculine side and I do have my feminine side, even if it's like 20%. Because some days I do dress like a boy.
Yeah.
Some days I just don't want makeup on my face.
Yes.
So I feel that all of us, I feel like we all have our masculine side and our feminine side.
Yeah.
I believe that. Okay, so I have questions for Blessings, and she'll answer.
Yeah, you see? Because you're looking at the makeup and how pretty and how gorgeous I am. So you get confused. It's him.
Do you see, guys, what just happened? Did you guys just see what just happened? Exactly. And what he's saying is right. Because I looked at him and I just went, she.
Yeah, because of how I am and how loudly I, embraced my femininity.
I'm so embarrassed.
It can be confusing at times, but I'm not a very sensitive person, although I do hurt.
Yes.
At times people
when they do it on purpose.
Yes, when they do it. So I totally understand.
Okay, guys, so let me just hop into the questions so that we don't do more mistakes, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, the first question that I have for you is, what does Pride Month mean to you?
Pride Month to me actually means freedom. The freedom to be yourself. In a world that we are at the mercy of being scared for our lives. Mm-hmm. So it's being yourself, being authentic. It's a very, the world is harsh. It's got a lot of harsh people, So I think in everything, Pride Month is basically the promotion of self-affirmation and to put dignity back into the LGBTQ+, and to promote equality, basically. So we do have also Pride, specific Pride where everyone in the LGBT gathers and we have like an event type of vibe.
Okay.
And we celebrate the LGBT. It's very beautiful. I think you should attend.
Yeah, I definitely am going to attend this. Yeah,
beautiful.
I've always wanted to, but I've never had a gay friend before. I have a gay cousin, but I've never had a gay friend before. And when I met Blessing, I was like, the puzzle the missing puzzle.
And I love how we clicked like the first time.
The first time we met, literally, we just clicked. It wasn't forced.
No.
Don't get it twisted.
No.
Okay, so I have another question. It says, what does it mean to embrace the LGBTQAI+ pride?
It's to be fearless. Being fearless. Because I can assure you, it's not easy being queer.
Okay.
I did mention just now when you asked it's not easy. So actually embracing the LGBTQ+ pride is basically being fearless, being strong. Although some people are not strong, they do not have a voice. Not everyone is bold as I am. Not everybody can intake a lot of things. But you can only embrace it by being true to yourself and loving yourself. Love is very important. It's a very important tool to love yourself the way you are. Because I think that also, gives the next person to actually, try and accept you. It's not mandatory for the next person to accept you. But the way you embrace yourself, how it is going to determine how people are going to perceive you on the outside. So you should always embrace yourself by being confident, by loving yourself. Do not seek validation. Do not seek approval from heterosexual people, because heterosexual people also have this thing of, they feel like we need approval or validation from them to be us. Be you. Love you.
Be true to yourself.
Embrace it. Do not make a lot of adjustments just to make the next person happy. Love yourself. So that's the only way you can embrace the LGBTQ+ pride.
Okay. Oh, guys, yeah, I can imagine because, as I've said, that I have a cousin that is gay, and you know, Soweto, White City. If you from Soweto and you know White City, there's a lot of like rude gents, a lot of rude gents that would call him names and so forth, and he had to fight for himself. Like I saw that growing up. I saw that he had to fight for himself. He had to, you know, be strong and stand up because no one else would stand up for him but himself. You understand?
I'll dive into that. I'll dive into that because I did also go through that. It's not easy. I might also get emotional, so please do not you know, be distracted by that. I might also get, because it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy journey, you know. It's not easy basically growing up in a society or in a world that is not, people are not empathetic. You know, people are not empathetic. They think just because they've got the entitlement, because they've got entitlement, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It's a free platform, you know, but people need to be gentle
as well.
Yeah. So yes.
Okay, so my next question is, what is an issue that the LGBTQIA plus community is facing that many people do not know of?
I think people do know. It's homophobia. Guys, homophobia is a lot. You know, it's not nice always being at the mercy of your life and being scared. You know, because a lot of people, we might, you see, I've got a very bold personality. You know, I'm a very bright and a colorful personality, you can tell. But homophobia gets to the best of us. It's not nice walking around and people are screaming at you. There's these words that they say, "Stabane." You know, it's hurting, because we also want to live in a society or in a world whereby we are taken as we are.
And human beings.
Yes,
Guys,
because we are human. So people treat us like objects. Sometimes like you can throw whatever and you have to take it in. Yeah, just because you do not approve of the way I am. So homophobia is the most important. Some queer people have taken their lives. They've committed suicide. Some were killed by heterosexual men. I don't know if I can still say firmly heterosexual men, because I don't know. I don't know. Why would a heterosexual man fixate over a queer man?
Exactly. Is it maybe because he wishes to be that person? Maybe they're in the closet and they wish to be. You have the freedom to express yourself the way you want to.
Yes.
And he doesn't.
Yes. So he can actually be a nice person because he knows what it feels like to be in the closet. Being in the closet is definitely, I don't know, I can just say it's definitely not you know, a nice place to be. I've never been in a closet. I think I'll get into that as we talk. Yeah, I'll dive into that. I've never been in the closet since ever.
Ever since you've
Yes.
Have you ever came across someone that is in the closet and they seeked help from you, probably?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Quite a lot of people actually reach out to me on Facebook, and they actually, you know, I'm this type of person. I will not out a person out of the closet. I will not. I will only do that if you are contributing, because you cannot be in the closet. You are also part of the LGBT if you are in the closet. It's just that you are not out to society as yet. So you are the one that needs to be gentler compared to everyone else, because you know how it feels like to be trapped. Because if you are in the closet, you are trapped. You know, you can't express your true self. Authenticity is very important. So if you are in the closet, you can't. You need to stay in this nutshell. And you know, it's not.
If you're watching this and you want to come out of the closet, reach out. If you probably need some sort of advice on how to face the world and things like that, reach out, because really this video is basically just to help the next person, because the suicide rate in the rainbow community, as I say that I call it the rainbow community, is very high.
It's very high.
Just because you don't want to come out and say, hey, look, I'm attracted to both men and women.
Yeah.
Or I'm attracted to women, or I'm attracted to men. It's okay, guys. I feel like it's totally okay. Look at me, for instance. I know that I love I love it. But I also like being with pretty girls. If you've seen my friends, it's just pretty girls. Like, I do get attracted to them, even though that we don't take it to the next level per se.
Yeah.
But like, I'll be like, girl, you so fine. Things like
and
that.
there's totally nothing wrong with
And
that.
I do. So, some of my girlfriends, I do kiss them. You know, like we do share kisses.
Yes, there's
and I feel like it's okay if you are attracted to if you're a girl and you're attracted to me. It's okay, because there's nothing wrong with it.
There's actually nothing wrong. Same with heterosexual men. Heterosexual men tend to get confused. Queer men, gay men are into men. At the end of the day, they are not going to attract gay men all the time. We are into men. So I'm going to be attracted to a man, any kind of man.
Okay, it's just like let's say, for example, it's like me. I can be attracted to any guy like that. It's something.
Yes, it's like that. So sometimes it's just that sometimes approach is very important. You can't just approach anyone. You know, you need to respect people, and basically you like this guy. Yes, I like this guy. You know, he's got a nice body. He's got all the, you know, an appearance that I like. But I can't just walk up to him and say whatever or project my sexuality onto him. No, that's not okay. But at the end of the day, we are into men. We are not like specifically attracted to like amongst each other. We are attracted also outside.
Okay.
Bisexual, straight, discovering, questioning.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Like, it's interesting to know. As I've said, guys, that we learn every single day.
Yeah.
And it's always ask questions. If you want to know, ask. Or Google. Google has a variety of answers as well.
Yes, a lot.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, who are some of your LGBTQA role models?
I don't know if this is gonna sound normal. I do not have one.
Yeah.
But I'm my own.
Okay.
I'm my own role model, because I've really come far, guys, with myself, my sexuality. At a very young age, at a very, very, very young age, I'll still dive into that. At a very young age, so I'm brave. I was able to take it all, the homophobia, the bullying. You know, people, wherever you go, I would get ridiculed at school.
Yeah.
You know, it's so sad growing up and not feeling like you belong somewhere. You know, you feel like you do not belong in that certain space. You are at school, you get bullied. You are, you know, sometimes some people experience it at home as well. You know, society. So I'm my own role model, basically, because I was able to take it all. The homophobia, the bullying. I'm strong.
Yeah,
I embraced my femininity at a very young age. So I would love to say I'm my own role model, because I've really come far, and today I can actually help others based on everything that I've been through. And I'm still standing. I'm not shaken. Homophobia will always be there. It's been there. Not everyone is going to be intellectual.
Yeah.
Not everyone went to school. Not everyone is willing to learn. Not everyone is willing to actually, you know, be intellectual, basically. So some people are just narrow-minded, and you cannot change that about you know, someone's perception about you. At the end of the day, just do you. So I loved myself through it all. I gave myself so much love, and I also got love from my parents. So I think that played a significant role. And from my brothers as well. They are very, 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 very loving to me, and they've been accepting from a very young age.
How many brothers do you have?
I've got a twin brother.
Yeah, you told me that you do have a twin brother.
And he's straight.
Yeah.
And I've got another brother. He's 23 years old.
Okay, so 3 boys.
Yeah, 3 boys, yeah.
Alright. Okay, my next question is, how do you feel about being asked directly about your sexual identity?
I do not have a problem. I don't have a problem, but respect me. You know, show respect. You know, be considerate. You can't just show up and scream at me. You know, there's something heterosexual women do that I don't like. Cho me. You don't even know me.
Yeah, okay.
You understand?
Yeah, he has that.
Yeah, you don't even know me, so you cannot just say cho me. It's hi. I think I like your personality. may I please ask?
Then
we can always, engage in a very good conversation. Don't just scream at me, Chomi. I'll just look. I do not like the phrase Chomi. I am queer, but I do not like, especially if we are not friends, do not come to me with that, because I will give you what you're supposed to get.
Hey, and I best believe you will.
So I totally do not have a problem with people asking about my sexual identity. I'm always open to talking about it. I do not mind, but respect me, and right. Do not just throw yourself at me.
True. Okay. All right. You said that you've always embraced your femininity
yeah.
from a young age, and this question now says, when did you identify that you are not straight?
5 years.
You were 5 years old.
Yes,
okay.
I can still remember. I was 5 years. So imagine at 5 years actually noticing that you're different from other boys.
Okay.
Because I've always been feminine. At 5 years, I was already feminine. I would take my sister's dress. I would take lipsticks. At 5 years. 5 years. I still remember 5 years. I would take lipsticks. And I've always wanted to be around girls.
Okay.
Because I feel like, women are not perfect.
Yes.
They can, as much as they can be harsh, but I feel like they've got a gentle side to them.
More than women, more than men, yeah.
Yes, they're empathetic at times. They can get empathetic. Sometimes they can do something wrong, and they can go back to it and be like you understand. So most men are not like that. They'll do something, they'll throw whatever at you, and they keep it moving. On. So at a very young age, at 5 years, I started grade 1. I was already out. So I didn't have to come out because my parents saw.
So already.
Okay, our son is different. And they did not make me feel
any less of a child.
They did not. They loved me the way I am, and I would play with dolls and everything. They would give me those dolls. They wouldn't fight me and say, you umfana, and you are not allowed to do this, because these things can be damaging to a child. They can break a child. As a parent, you need to mold your child. It's not your place to break. You can't break your child in the house. What about the outside? So imagine if they do not get the love
from the inside
and the acceptance from Endling, and then they go outside. The world is harsh. So make sure that you love your child, your queer child, whether lesbian, trans, love them. Give them so much love, because we need it. Because we are definitely not loved on the outside.
On the outside,
yeah.
True. Yeah, guys. One touch, I can just imagine, count your blessings. Count your blessings, guys.
Very
count
important.
Your blessings. Yeah, it's important to count your blessings. Can you describe your childhood as a gay child? Outside of home. Because as you're saying that at home, they gave you the support, whatever it is that you needed as a child, as a gay child, they supported you and they loved you throughout. But now, give us a picture of how it was outside of home.
I'm getting emotional when you're asking that. Sorry guys.
Sorry.
So I do not want to ruin my makeup. It was not nice. I'm not going to lie, it was not nice. The bullying, it would get terrible. Sometimes I would not want to go to school because it's too much. For a child to be bullied at a very young age, understand, a child expects nothing but love at that age. A child expects people to love them the way they are. So I got, the constant bullying would get too much. The homophobia, people think they can call you whatever, it's fine. You understand? They were, it was beautiful also. There was a beautiful side, looking at myself. Okay, I'm different and I love myself. I do not want to change anything about myself. I love myself the way I am. I am different. But people on the outside did not make it great.
Yeah.
Because of the things that they used to say. You understand? You also sometimes at the mercy of someone wanting to beat you up. You understand, wanting to beat up a child because the child is not how they imagine that a boy child would be. Imagine someone very old. this other day I was walking back from school. I was in a situation whereby a guy that was I think he was doing grade 6. I was doing grade 1. He wanted to unzip my trouser. He had this fixation in his head he wanted to actually see what private part I had. Imagine a 6-year-old child going through that. Luckily I was with my twin brother and he kicked him. I don't know what happened, but God worked in mysterious ways that day, and he wanted to unzip
your pants,
and he wanted to see
your private parts.
Yes. He had this fixation in his head, I think, and then he was so obsessed to a point whereby he wanted to see what private part I had. What he saw on the outside was not enough. He wanted to violate me. He actually violated me because he gave me the idea as a child that he wanted to see. Yeah, I understand. So it was not nice. So you can imagine, I went through all of these things, So the bullying, the someone would want to sexually harass you, and it's not easy, guys. As much as you guys see us, we are happy people, and we always embrace ourselves in a very colorful way, and it's all glitz and glam with us, but behind the scenes we do have times whereby we break down, because we would love to be in a world or a society that is loving, that is gentle on us, but it's not that way. So people do not actually know how these things affect us, because we are people, we are human beings, and then we do hurt, we do break down. There's things like mental health. It's not only homophobia. People are going through a lot of things outside their sexuality. So the only thing people can do is be kind. Be kind. So,
be kind.
So it was, people made it terrible. Being queer is a beautiful thing, but people make it terrible with everything that they put us through. So it was really 80-20, 80 the terrible side, 20
the good side.
Yeah.
Like, until you had to grow up and stand for
yourself. And
yourself.
it's sad, you have to constantly stand up for yourself. Why? Who are you hurting? Who are you hurting? Because you are yourself. You are loving yourself. You are embracing yourself. Who are you hurting so much that people need to abuse you? People,
they feel the need to do it.
Yeah, they feel they don't care. Hence, I said people are not empathetic. People are not empathetic, and people are not. That is why I always say this. It's important to go to school. It's important to go to school.
Learn it.
Go to school so that you can educate yourself. If you did not go to school, use Google.
Yeah.
So that you can understand certain things. Ask.
Yeah.
Ask, and then you shall be educated about certain things. Do not be mean. Imagine violating a 6-year-old child, wanting to unzip.
That's crazy.
For me, that was very traumatic.
That is really crazy.
And I got home and I told my mom. She was really disturbed because you understand. I got home, I was crying. I was really, really crying because I also saw my twin brother fighting someone who's older than him to a point
to protect you.
To a point whereby he had to leave his bag behind. He left it and he didn't find it anymore because he was fighting this guy who thought it was okay to violate me because he wanted to see my private
kids
parts.
Outside. Sorry guys about the noise outside. It's just kids outside. Yeah. Sure, I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. And I commend you for standing here today and, speaking to our viewers.
Yeah. So
I mean, your story can also help the next person. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you are going through something like that and you want to speak, reach out. I'll leave Blessing's Instagram handle and Facebook details right on the screen.
I'm always willing to help, guys. Always reach out to me. Everything you tell me is confidential. Confidentiality is guaranteed with me, and it's a safe space with me because I went through it all. You understand? So I know how it feels like. I've got all the experience, so I can always speak healing.
Hold on. Sorry. Guys, they're making noise outside. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Blessing, I can
always speak healing onto the next person. I can make them feel better. I can't change the way everything is, the world and everything, but I can meet
them halfway. Yeah, and I think they'll appreciate that. And God bless you for that. Because, you'll be saving so many lives.
Yeah.
Come to think of it. A lot of them commit suicide, guys. A lot of them. Because of people that are...
I've got friends that actually committed suicide. I'm still hurting to this day because of the homophobia. They couldn't take it. We do, although gay people, queer men are known to be people that are confident.
Like that's what I see most of the time. Yeah.
Confident, strong. We do have gay people that are timid, that are shy, that are sensitive, that can't fight, for themselves and stand, on their ground on whatever, and stand to homophobia and everything. It damages, it hurts them to a point whereby they end up. So I've got friends who actually took their lives, and may their souls
So rest in peace.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
Yeah.
don't ruin the makeup.
No, I won't.
Yeah, but it's I'm even feeling it.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine losing a friend because they were bullied.
Yeah.
Come on now, guys. You need to do better. Do better. If you are a bully, or if you see queer men, or there are ones that even express themselves in their femininity, even fully. They wear dresses, they wear skirts, they lay wigs and all of that. Be kind to them, guys.
Be kind.
Singabantu.
Yes, you are allowed to disagree. With certain things, you're allowed to not, but keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's not mandatory for you every time you need to tell a person or you are like this, or you, and it's not nice. Just keep quiet and keep it moving. Personally, if I do not like something, I keep it moving. I do not dwell
on it
or invest my time onto something that I do not like. It's totally useless.
Honestly. Hey guys, what you told me, it really did weigh heavy on me. But now I'm just gonna ask you a question. Just being Snoopy, just to be spicy. Have you ever turned a straight man into a bisexual or a full gay man?
I'm going to address something else. Let's start here. There's something called gynosexual.
Okay.
Gynosexual is a man that is sexually attracted to femininity. They can be straight, but sexually attracted to femininity.
So it doesn't matter whether you are a full woman or you're a queer man.
Yes, they're sexually attracted to women and femininity. So they can be attracted to you and me as well.
At the same time.
So you might, a man might establish that the first time, and actually they will obviously question themselves: am I straight or what? They're gynosexual. They are attracted to femininity. People like me that embrace their femininity, that look good, that wear makeup, that have beautiful skin that take care of themselves, smell feminine, smell beautiful, everything. So I believe I've done that.
Wow.
Some admit, some do admit to me, some don't. Straight, discovering, whatever. I'm actually a fetish to a lot of men. I am a fetish to a lot of men.
Yeah.
A lot of men sexually find me attractive. So some men would admit, good siyazidi, I do. Some men would not, and they would use the homophobia.
Yeah.
And some of them would reach out to me and then be like, I'm sexually attracted to you, can we? And then I'm like, no, because I've got standards at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And then the homophobia
starts.
Hops in because they couldn't attain me. So if they can't attain you, they try and break you.
Okay, because even with us, umfana wasekazi magakshela. Umfana wasekazi magakshela. Or about, when there's boys sitting at the corner and we are makuleni or something like that. And then one of them or two of them would call you and you wouldn't say anything to them. They'd be like, I say exama. Things like that. I say exama.
Yes.
I ain't a shrapa.
Yes.
I ain't kind of cool.
Yeah.
Things like
they do exactly the same thing. So I like I said, I am a fetish. They do reach out to me and be like, I've got a wife, but I find you attractive. You're like this. You're like this. You're like this. I love this about you. I love that about you. You know, I would love to. I'm not gonna say I would love to. I am very good looking and very beautiful. So and
Purr.
I embrace my femininity very loudly. I take care of myself. Sometimes I do it to measures that women are intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I would get that. Amantombazane, man. Some girls, man,
So obviously men do find that attractive. They do find that if a man is looking at me like, oh wow, beautiful skin, beautiful.
Oh my god.
You understand? So yeah.
Yeah. This cover is going to ruin. This cover is going to ruin this for us. But anyway, guys. Alrighty, so I'm gonna ask you the last question. What do you have to say about people that are afraid to come out of the closet?
Love yourself enough before you actually go out to the world. Do not rush the process. Do not. Love yourself enough. Stay in the closet and do not contribute to homophobia while in the closet, because that's what a lot of men do. If you're in the closet, you feel the need to break other queer men to make yourself feel better because you're terrible. You are in a terrible place. So you feel to project whatever that you are feeling onto other people so that you want to look as this person to heterosexual people. So love yourself dearly and enough. Give yourself enough love. You know, go on YouTube, you know, watch videos that queer people make. They're very informative. Go to Google, read books, educate yourself. You know, if you have to go to a psychiatrist and a therapist before preparing yourself for
coming out.
To coming out, because it's not going to be a gentle world that you're going to, a gentle society. People are going to be mean. People are going to say stuff about you, especially because maybe you started by portraying that you are straight, heterosexual to the society. So they are going to have a lot of misconceptions about you. So
you'll find people saying snacks remarks like "Uloile,"
yeah,
or "Bamuloile," you know.
Same with
like
women. You can be lesbian the whole time and maybe afraid, and then later on when you date women, let's say you have a child now, people will say, are you content? You understand? It's just a face.
Ufune attention,
You know,
or
rebounder, you know, with ngamantombazane and everything. So love yourself enough. You know, love yourself. That is very important, guys. I'm going to keep on saying it. Love yourself enough in the closet so that when you go on, when you come out, whatever people are going to say about you, it's going to be hurtful, but it's not going to have a really, really terrible impact on you because you've loved yourself. You've prepared yourself for the outside world.
Manje ke ngale afternoon ungitshele ngalo. I am so shocked.
Yeah, they do exist. Baningi, akusuye kuphela baningi. Baningi, they are in my DMs. And
so, when and I have you guys kicked it?
No, I personally do not like Ama After 9 because I went through a lot, ngazithanda, you know, so I do not like it's okay for Ama After 9 to find me attractive because I am attractive. I understand that that's what they are into. They are into queer men, but they are not they are afraid to be proud about it to society. So I do not, I'll never kick.
Okay, should he come out and ask you out, would you?
On a date? I'd go.
And then kick it?
No, he's not out. I feel I'll have to do a lot of compromising.
Okay.
So a
move as a person
who fought for himself, and you understand. I had to endure everything that the world has to say. You understand. So imagine going back.
Yeah.
Nyoba closet no just because I feel like I'm attracted to them. I understand. Only for ukuthi like into dating ourselves and we break up, so it was pointless. I only date a man that is proud to be seen. That's the type of men that I do. I understand. I've dated men about straight. I have. I understand. But you do get some. That is why I'm saying some men are gynosexual. They are fixated by. They've got a fixation over femininity. People like me, queer people like me, that embrace it loudly and confidently. So there are some men who are not are not scared to be seen. And then oh, nendoda, why you join nendoda in the fagi makeup, or to be like, yeah, I'm proud. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I've learned so much actually from this conversation that I'm having with you. And I'm really happy that you came through and to educate us. And I hope that you guys are also happy about this video, and it would also help some of you that are watching, because I do know that my my channel, there's a variety of people and a variety of viewers, and I'm sure this topic would be very helpful to some of you guys. And thank you so much for watching up to this far. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you follow Blessing on all the social media platforms. As I've said, I'll put the handles on the screen. And yeah, thank you.
It was such an honor to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Bye, guys. See you in my next video.